All right, multiplying polynomials. So in our last lesson, we multiplied a polynomial by a monomial. This lesson, we're going to talk about multiplying two polynomials together. This should be a pretty quick one. This is not a very difficult lesson, so let's take a look at it. We're going to dive right in with some examples. So we're going to find each product. We're going to do this one and that one. So the method that we are going to use is commonly referred to as the FOIL method for multiplying binomials. Now, you'll see in our next example after these two that sometimes we can't use the FOIL method because we have things that are larger than a binomial. So FOIL, the letters stand for first, outside. Sometimes you'll hear people say outer, which is also fine. I say outside. Outside or outer works just fine in context. Outside, inside, and last, right? Okay, and so that's how you multiply these. So I sometimes hesitate to call it FOIL, and what I like to describe typically often is when we do the distributive property, we just multiply everything times everything else, right? So this one times this one times that one, this one times this one's that one, which is going to make sense when we see the next example after these two, that if it's bigger than a binomial, then being able to understand that you just have to multiply everything times everything, right? So, but to use FOIL, which can be helpful when we're doing some other things, to think about it like this. So we're going to go with this. You multiply the firsts together, so first times first, and then the outsides together, so outside times outside, and then insides together, inside times inside, and then the lasts together, right? It also kind of turns into a smiley face. You've got eyebrows, nose, and mouth. Log that into your brain for a later lesson. So simply put, we're going to multiply everything times everything else. So 2x times x. Now, what is 2x times x? Well, x times x is x squared. So 2x times x is 2x squared. And then the outside, so this one times that one, 2x times 5 would be 10x, because 2 times 5 is 10. And the inside, 3 times x is 3 times x, right? So plus 3x. And then the lasts, so 3 times 5, which is 15. So plus 15. All right, now we need to make sure we can't clean this up anymore, which we actually can, because we've got some like terms that we can combine here, right? This and this are alike. Now this one is not, because this one is an x squared and these are just x to the first. So these are the only like terms on this problem. So we're just going to bring everything else down. Make sure you write your answer in descending order. So x squared, the biggest exponent first, and then the next one. 10x plus 3x is plus 13x, and then we bring down that plus 15. So we wrote our answer in standard form or in descending order. We went x squared and then x to the first, and then no x, or x to the 0, right? Now, so this next one we're going to do the exact same way. So we're going to do this times this, the firsts, and then the outsides, this times that. See, I've done this times this times that, right? And then this times this, and this times that. So the insides and the lasts, right? So you can think about it either way. Everything times everything, or as FOIL, if that helps you remember. So in this problem, we've got x times 3x. X times x is x squared. So 3x squared. X times 4 is 4x, so plus 4x. Now this one we've got negative 2. Watch those signs. That's an easy place to make a mistake, right? So negative 2 times 3x is negative 6, because negative 2 times 3 is 6, and x, because of that x right there. And then negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Do we have any like terms? Yes, in fact, we do. We've got this one and that one, right? So we bring down 3x squared. 4x minus 6x is negative 2x, because we're just adding those coefficients, right? 4 plus negative 6 is negative 2 minus 8. Easy peasy. Let's look at the alluded to more complicated example. It's not really that bad. I am going to move it down I always do this to myself. Move it down so I got plenty of room. Oop. In the wrong layer. Great, thanks. Move it down so I have plenty of room for swoopies. So this, as you can tell, we cannot think about this as FOIL because there's firsts and there's lasts, but there's more than just outside inside. So this, you have to think about it as just make sure you multiply everything times everything else. So you're going to multiply this times all of these, and this times all of those. And this process and this idea would extrapolate out if we got two trinomials. We'd do this one times this one, this one, this one, and this one, this one, this one, this one, and then the third one, this one, this one, this one. You just multiply everything times everything else. It makes it really helpful to be able to draw these swoopies, right? Often when I ask a student, what do we do with this? That's exactly the way they'll respond. We do the thing with the whoosh, 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 whoosh. That's what we do. We do the things with the whoosh, 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 whoosh. Right? Everything times everything else, right? And then we just do it one step at a time. Take our time and don't make mistakes. Easy peasy, right? So 6x times 2x squared. 6 times 2 is 12. X times x squared, we add those exponents, right? So x to the first times x squared is x cubed. We have like bases multiplied. We add the exponents. 6x times negative 3x, so negative 18. X times x is x squared. Then we've got one more for this one, right? This one over here, right? So 6x times negative 5 is negative 30x. All right, 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. X times nothing, not 0, but nothing, is x, right? 5 times 2x squared would be plus 10x squared. 5 times negative 3x would be negative 15x. 5 times negative 5 would be negative 25, right? Easy peasy. Are there like terms? Let's see. There's no other x cubed to go with that one, but there are 2x squared terms. So this one and that one. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why I started with a double underline. This one goes with this one, right? Those two go together. This one doesn't have any friends. Poor little sadness, right? Remember to write your answer in descending order. So we're going to put that biggest exponent first. So 12x cubed, leading coefficient would be 12, right? Negative 18x squared plus 10x squared would be minus 8x squared. And then negative 30x plus negative 15x would be negative 45x, right? And then minus 25. And that is all she wrote. And that's actually it for that lesson. It's an easy one. I told you it was. It's pretty straightforward. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe. Do it. Hit that subscribe button. Why not? Doesn't hurt you. Helps me. Great. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.